Hi guys, it's Tracy in Australia and I have popped in to share my latest project, and it's this gorgeous little book that I have made using digitals from pixiedustfile, one of my favorite creators on Etsy. I have used her swans kit, but also, if I'm honest, lots of other bits and pieces from several of her kits. They all work so well together and such fun to play with. One of the reasons that I like Debrina's creations is they are very whimsical and really evoke, you know, playing and childhood. Just really, really fun to have a little play with. So this book came about, or the idea for the structure or the construction came about when I saw a video from Anna's Arts and Crafts, and she used mini file folders with a fabric hinge to make a book. I will link that in the description box. Love how this came out and love that method of construction. So as I said, this is quite small. It measures 4 inches by 5.5 inches. I didn't use mini file folders. I just used some commercial papers that I had from Kaisercraft, but I did go with her idea of creating side loading and front loading or top loading pockets. There's about a 1-inch spine. This is the reverse. Love this commercial piece. I've used it a couple of times lately. Beautiful embossed gold design. And on the top here, I fussy cut one of the swan images from the swan kit and used a couple of doilies to make a little cluster. On the side here is a charm that is made from upcycled bracelet, and I also added on this little glass bauble that has a dandelion in it and a little charm that says wish. So let's go in and have a look. On the back of the front cover, there's a top loading pocket with a tag in it. And the reason that I put the image on the back and the front, this image is actually from Shabby Art Boutique. There are a couple of things in here that aren't from pixiedustfile, and I will mention those as I go along. So a little pocket, use some stickles on that to give a bit of bling, and I absolutely love this little card with this girl on the teapot. So whimsical. So this balloon is from Etsy. I'm going to kind of make that a little bit bigger so you can see. That's an image from Etsy. I can't remember the shop that I got it from. There's quite a few AI generated balloon sorts of things, and that's just what I put in when I was looking. Little tag that says this journal belongs to. And this, I've used a little tag as a flip, put a little trim on the bottom. So you could write on here, put a little photo or a little piece of ephemera. And it says, believe you can and you're halfway there. And that is also a little flip with a pocket on the back. And I just popped in this gorgeous image and a little picture of a girl. I love how she's just holding her chin in her hands. And here, this was a scrappy piece from one of the pages, and I just cut out the word dream and used it as a belly band. Love this little image of a castle and how it's got this little bit of gold up the top. That's what I'm talking about. Debrina has this really keen sense of whimsy, and I really like that. So again, there's another top loading pocket, and I've used the same rose image because I wanted to have that look from the front. On the back, I used some pink cardstock, made a little pocket and included this beautiful tag. How gorgeous is that image? So this little pocket was created using one of Debrina's kits that's actually a little Easter diorama, and that's part of the stage. So it made a great pocket, and then I put these 3 little cards in there, and I love the continuation of that gold. And I like how this girl's eyes just peer over the tuck spot. This one has a side loading pocket with this beautiful tag in it. And then I also created a pocket on top of that, and then another little pocket which has a little saying in it. There's a beautiful soft pink tulle here, and then some beaded trim. To make this little tuck spot, I used a Tim Holtz rosette die and a little fussy cut from one of the kits, and then I just popped in lots of little pieces. I love this embossed tag. And there's a whole heap of these little round ones, and they have swans, butterflies, and I think toadstools. And this little piece, this little die cut, is actually some leftover lint packaging. They had a beautiful embossed gold cardboard to make a box at Easter time. So one of the things that I liked about this hinging method was it makes using very dimensional trims much easier. So while there is a slight gator mouth, it's not too much. And one of the reasons is because of these fabric hinges. So again, top loading pocket, 2 really pretty tags. They came from a kit called Birds. And then a pocket with a dimensional butterfly on the top of the tag. And this one says hopes and dreams. And then I just pop this little bit in that says make a wish. And there's actually room in there for you to write your wish. Little card at the top here, and you can see I've left these ones, they're white, but then adding in this little card draws your eye to that, and you know, you're not just seeing the backs of cards, there's more interest there. So I used some gold corrugated card underneath that one, may all your dreams come true. And this really sweet little image is from a page, and I've fussy cut that and used it as a tuck spot. And this is one of my favorite pages. I love pom-pom trim, and it just goes really well with Debrina's images. As I said, that sense of childhood and playfulness. And these tags really illustrate that. They're from a kit called Hippity Hop, and it is just so cute and so whimsical. So I love how that looks. And I thought the word celebrate really finished that off nicely. So there's a side loading pocket with a beautiful tag. Again, that one was a page that I cut down to be a tag. Tuck spot, it's the little things, and there's a small envelope with a little piece of paper in there that you can write on. And another balloon image, and that one again is a flip and into the little pocket which I have used glitter on, and used one of the Shabby Art Boutique flowers, just really tying it into the front cover. And again, one of the little circles. This is a really delightful little image. I love this. Your dream can take you anywhere, so why not rub it with a hot air balloon? That is just so cute. And that's from the Hippity Hop kit as well. You can see how the colors just all work perfectly together. Some Tim Holtz wings. And up the top, there's another top loading pocket with a tag in it. More of the lint card. Am I having trouble sliding you in there? Yes. I'm just going to pop that there because I can't get it in at the moment. It's very hard doing these things upside down. And this little pocket, She Believed in Fairy Tales, just has lots of really cute little images in it. And again, this little girl on a bunny, why not? This is a beautiful image, and I think it is actually from Divine Neutrals. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that just tells you how well Debrina's kits work together. Tim Holtz frame, and this beautiful paper is also one of hers. And here there's a really sweet little pocket, and I've popped in a card that I have made using a stamp. This is a really sweet image, and I've had it for a really long time. It's one of the first digitals that I ever purchased, and anyone who knows me knows that I love poodles, particularly standard poodles. I've had them for 20 years, and this is one of my favorite images. So there's a little tag here, always wear your invisible crown, which is a stamp. And there's also a top loading pocket there with another beautiful swan. And a side loading pocket with a standard poodle as Marie Antoinette. What's not to love? This was actually a birthday card many years ago, and I've cut it down and made it into a tag. How beautiful is that? And this one is just a sweet little pocket. And it says, "What if I fall? Oh, but my darling, what if you fly?" Really sweet little quote about childhood. I think that comes from one of the dolls kits. And here we've just got more pockets. So top loading pocket with 2 tags. How pretty is that bird one? Then I've just used this little tuck spot, and then behind that a really pretty little pocket that says postcards. And on the back of that tag I used blue, so to give you that visual interest, and then a couple of little tags from the kit. And then this, you can see that this was a page. I've cut that down. I love this, so cute. And then popped in 2 little tags. Every day holds magic. and then another side pocket. And down here, some more pom-pom trim. And on the back, a very sweet little pocket and a couple of little pieces of ephemera. And the S is for story. Okay guys, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this little book and my flip through, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching.